The Carolina Panthers have made huge strides since the firing of Matt Rule. And obviously, yes, you got to be able to give all the credit to a guy like Steve Wilkes. His leadership has done a lot for this team. They found their identity. They're able to run the football. Their defense steps up. But also, we've seen some good things from Sam Darnold. Like, I never thought I would say that, especially after Matt Rule left and all that. Like, I thought that the Panthers probably would lose out, really battle for that number one overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft. And if I'm being honest, I think that Steve Wilkes has earned that little bit of credibility to potentially come back as the actual head coach of the Carolina Panthers next year. And quite honestly, we've seen it throughout social media, Twitter, Facebook, all the players standing up for him, saying that Steve Wilkes needs to stay the guy. And I get it to a degree, but differentiating reports, we'll say, have been put out there that ownership and people on the higher ups, if you will, have been seeking or have been talking to Jim Harbaugh about the possibility of him coming to be the next head coach for the Carolina Panthers. And I gotta say, it makes a little bit of sense. So with the 49ers, he owned a 44-19-1 record, went to the Super Bowl back in 2012. And yes, he is one of those guys that, offensively, his teams seem to be top-notch, as well as defensively, yes. His offense seemed to be able to get it done. His defense has made plays. And I think it would be very interesting because I think the Carolina Panthers, and I know also Steve Wilkes has been a part of those Panthers teams that won the NFC South. And obviously there's a lot of things going on this year. That the Panthers were actually kind of in the playoff race there until kind of the end of it. But as it pertains to the NFC South right now, you got to be looking out to next year too, because like Tom Brady, you really don't know what's going to happen there. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? I think that's going to be something very interesting down the line. And as far as the rest of the NFC South, as far as the Saints, they're a good team, but I do think that they're probably going to be in line to fire, Dennis Allen and all that. So I think it's going to be interesting. As far as the Falcons, again, with Arthur Smith and company, I think it could be also another situation where you potentially fire another head coach there. I think it's definitely possible. And especially now, again, yes, the Panthers sitting currently tied for last place in the NFC South. I think that you probably could potentially see, 2, maybe 3, possibly even 4, all 4 of these coaches fired at the end of the season. Yes, we saw it with the Panthers already. We could see Arthur Smith as well as Dennis Allen and potentially Todd Bowles. Maybe we could see 4 different head coaches fired. So I think that the Carolina Panthers, if they want to be in contention, if they want to be take that next step as a franchise, I think they have to consider bringing in a guy like Jim Harbaugh. I think he definitely puts a lot of interesting things into this franchise. I think he helps reboot that, idea of finding a franchise quarterback and really gets them on the right path to potentially competing for another NFC South and winning that division as well. But let us know what you guys think, and make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover. But let us know what you guys think about if the Carolina Panthers should hire Jim Harbaugh.